Hello. What's this? Thai food. And what's this? It's Isolation Comedy by Comedy Wham. Comedy Wham? Yes, Comedy Wham. Austin Comedy. Release podcasts, articles, album reviews, and host the live event calendar, producing live shows on Twitch, Tuesdays and Fridays. Guess what? That's what this is. Thank you for having us in your home. Well, this is quite different from a regular stand-up comedy show, wouldn't you say? Normally, you'd come to me and I'd say, don't talk. No heckling the comics and 2-drink minimum. But now I'm saying, drink as much as you'd like. I'm drinking a Modelo because it's Tuesday. And I like to take things Modelo mellow. That's something I came up with off the top of my head. But hey, also, apparently we're on Instagram and Facebook Live. I don't know if that's true. But if it is, share. And if it's not, share. And subscribe. Yeah. Also, no chatting. Please do chat right over there on the chat section. Say hello. What did you eat today? Was it Thai food? If not, you made the wrong choice. Thai food is delicious. And now, welcome. You guys didn't pay anything to get here, right? Good. That's the exact amount you should have paid by now. But if you'd like to pay, we have a PayPal. And normally you pay like what? $15 to get in a club, and then they're going to charge you 2-item minimum. So what are you walking out of there paying like $1,000? That's nothing. Just $5 in the PayPal, and then you'll feel pretty good inside. You're going, I support the arts. And then you can go tell people and update your resume, I support the arts. So that's very good. Also, if you're wondering, hey, how do I support a specific comic? I only laughed at specific times. I only want to support that specific comic because that's my daughter. Well, they'll put their Venmo up. And Venmo, if you're her mom, is it's like this thing. She'll send you the link. But otherwise, you know what it is. And it'll be right down here somewhere. Oh my gosh. Hey, you guys. What another week. I'm not in the same place. If you guys have been following along, I've been doing most of these from Colorado. But now I had what you call too much of my family. And I'm back in Austin, Texas, at my mom's house. I'm just rotating families. And so I'll be showcasing her dog off later. His name is Sherman. And Sherman shit underneath the desk I'm sitting at. And it dried. I didn't do this on purpose, but it's fucking everywhere. So what I just did is professionalism. Hire me to host your weddings and your events. Hell of a day. I drove down from Denver. And it took like 14 hours, and I was just like sick of stopping. So I did that thing where you pee into a bottle. It was the first time I've ever done that, but I peed into a water jug, a gallon water jug, and I peed over half a gallon of pee. Huh. Hero. You guys, I don't know what you feel like, but I'm like the equivalent of a 10-inch dick man in water sports, right? How much water you want? I can pee half a gallon on you. Is that good? Somebody in water sports, tell me in chat, is that good? I'm pretty sure it's good. I'm going to be a hero, and I'm also going to get this show on the road. How about we take our first stop to a little country, which I adore, Canada. This next performer is from Montreal, but he's performed all over North America just for laughs. Ever heard of it? Tig Notaro, Kyle Kinane, runs a weekly talk show on Twitch, twitch.tv/Mike Carosa 91. Give it up for Mike Carosa in your own house.
Friendship, how's everybody doing? Woo, we love you already. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Mike. I'm from Montreal. I live in Toronto now, and I'm back home with my parents. What's up, my old drum set that doesn't work anymore? Woo! All right. I'm a bit of a different energy. Y'all need to calibrate to me. We love you. Great. Sick. Did I already say that? I can't tell anymore. I just held my breath for longer than I'm accustomed to. Okay. Oh, the rush of nearly dying is really getting to me. Let me tell you. Here we go. This has all been a very weird experience. This whole thing has been so strange. It's been so strange. And you'd think, ooh, all this free time and I'm going to get super creative and I'm going to come up with new stuff. Ooh, nope. Only one idea, one fresh idea. One fresh idea and one thought that I like. Okay, here's the thought I like. Do you think that dogs even know when they go viral? Or are they just that cool about it? You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the whole thought. Awesome thought, Mike. We love you, thought. Because if I went viral, I wouldn't stop talking about it ever. Not even once. Like, these dogs are just like, if you wanted to pet these dogs, you probably could, you know? But me, if you tried to pet me after I went viral, you probably could. Me and dogs are just the same. All right. That's the whole thing. That was the thought that I just riffed into something. Am I alienating enough of you? We already left. Okay. This is like performing to nobody. James Dean went to Hawaii before he got here. You know, look at this. Brought this back with him. Won't let me wear it. Real rude. He's taking up all this space in my room and being this guy. Here's the other thought I had. Kids Bop, still a thing. Crazy, right? Love Kids Bop, Mike. No. Hold on. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's wild that it still exists, right? Especially since they haven't changed the whole idea behind Kids Bop in decades. Like, they literally have only been popular music and then cut out the swears and let children sing them. And that's it. That's the whole thing about Kids Bop, the whole deal. And I'm here to tell you there's an untapped market, Kids Bop. I'm here to present to you guys my thoughts on what Kids Bop should do to innovate. Audience, if I can call you audience. Dr. Audience? Ooh, fancy. If I may, Dr. Audience, I'm just going to have to ask you a quick question. What is the most popular and most consumed audio medium today? Murder podcasts? You'd be correct. And what has Kids Bop not tapped into yet? Murder podcasts. So how about make it palatable for children? Have a 10-year-old say things that, look, man, I barely thought this through, right? And that's it. I talked about this and found a way to call you Dr. Audience. To me, that's a win, okay? I've been trying to find a place for Dr. Audience for months now, okay? How dumb is this? I promise this is also nuts for me because you can't see, but I'm touching the ceiling. And this is a small room. And for those of you who don't know, I'm 7'9", and that's a big deal for me because most ceilings I have to duck under quite a bit. Yeah, these drums are raised. Whatever. Mike, stop having fun. How about you start having comedy? Good job. Okay, here we go. I promise to remain hilarious because it's what I've been so far. Shut up. Shut up. So here we go. My grandfather passed away last year, which is so fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, my grandfather died. It's okay. We knew it was coming. He was sick for a long time. We knew it was coming. And when it happened, I was in Toronto and my dad called me and he said two things. These are two things he said, just two things. He said, okay, he's gone. I'll call you tomorrow about the funeral. That was it. Whole conversation on the phone, hung up, left me to cry. That was it. Whole thing. Months later, I was home for Christmas and I was unpacking in my room and my dad very quietly came in, sat at the foot of my bed and very calmly, very gently told me that my favorite hot dog place was shutting down. And I don't know what that says about me. Okay. I don't know what that says about me at all. All right. He used way more tact in that second thing. Way more tact. He patted my bed like, oh, you're going to want to sit down for this, son. He called me son. He never calls me son. I'm like, I don't know what it means. I have no clue what it means. I've got no ideas what it could possibly mean. But my dad, that's how he decided to do it, you know? Like, on one hand, my grandfather is this colossal influence on who I am as a person, what I value in my life. He's just gone forever. On the other hand, my favorite hot dog place is closed for the holidays, okay? For the holidays for slightly longer than usual. But my dad was like, oh, no. It's been a rough year. Oh, better let him down easy. You want to tell him or should I? No, it should come from me. I don't want him resenting you for no reason. Okay. Does he think that he loved hot dogs more than my grandfather? Just because I saw them more often than my grandfather doesn't mean I love them less than hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? Do I have an ending for this joke? No, I don't. But do you want to shout one out? Fuck you, Mike. Whoa. Okay. I think we have a winner. We have a winner. Okay. I'll try that out next time. But here's the one I wrote for this time. Suck my ass. Huh? Ooh. Okay. I'm telling you to suck my ass. How fun is it that I'm a little fucking silly boy out here and I'm all like, hey, my ass needs sucking. All right. That's enough for me, everybody. Thanks so much for letting me be in your screens. Watch my show on Friday and follow me on stuff. And somebody shut me up already.
Whoa. How funny. Another silly boy. I loved him so much. If you loved him so much, why don't you give him so much money, huh? How about that? Mike's so great. And how about we do another great thing? We give a little bit of money to the PayPal because you know what? These comics, they deserve it. But you know who also deserves it? This next comedian. She is from LA. That's all she wants me to know. That's all that she wants you to know. Give it up for Maria Brugerie.
Guys, thanks Colton so much for that great intro. You didn't quite nail it on my name, but I'll forgive you this time. I know you're dealing with a lot under your desk over there. So guys, this is crazy. Like, we've been in quarantine now for what feels like forever, and every time like I put makeup on tonight to get ready for this, and my dog looks at me like, oh, where do you think you're going? And I like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, he judges me more than he ever has. Like, he's like, you're here all the time, you put makeup on, you're not going anywhere. And then I've been staying with my mom too, and every time I put makeup on for her, I feel like a teenager that's gonna sneak out soon. And one day I put on makeup and I like came out of the bathroom and she was like, where are you going? And I literally wasn't going anywhere, and I made up a lie and said I was gonna go make TikTok videos in the other room just so that she wouldn't like question why I put makeup on. And then I had to go lock myself in the room for 2 hours and make like weird like dancing noises and make it look like I was sweating a lot while I was fake teaching myself TikTok dances. And it came out like, you okay? I was like, it's fine, the quarantine, you know, it's hard. And it's just like, it's such a weird time. And like, whether you're in the house or you're trying to leave the house, nothing ever feels quite right. I've been following protocol. I go to the store, I wear my mask, and I get to the checkout, and the checkout guy is still telling me that I should smile more. He's smiling right now, asshole. Like, what do you want me to do? It's very funny because every time you leave the house, you have to like be completely covered up. And then when you're at home, everybody wants to see everything about you on Zoom. Like, you're on Zoom like 6 times a day just so people can see you. And when you leave, you're completely covered up. But the thing that I don't get about Zoom, and everybody's like exhausted about Zoom, is that all I do on Zoom is stare at myself on the call. Like, I really don't want to see other people. I just want to figure out where to get Botox when all of this is over. Like, a little bit here, a little bit here, like, I think it's good. And then I realize that I'm just looking at myself the whole time, and I'm like, okay, I have to look like happy enough, but not depressed, but like, hopefully they can't tell that I haven't showered in a while, and then like still maintain my job. It's just like, the Zoom thing is just crazy to me. Like, we're on Zoom now, but then we're on Twitch, and it's cool, but crazy. And I like, in the middle of all of this, I've been trying to practice self-care too. I started wearing ankle weights on my walks. I was like very proud of myself. And I realized that a lot of people thought I was doing it to be like super fit. They're like, oh my God, you're going to burn so many more calories. You're going to get in such good shape. And I was like, no, that's not why I'm wearing ankle weights. I'm wearing them so that if I do end up gaining a few extra pounds in all of this, I know I can still walk. That's my biggest concern for sure. But I feel good about it. I've been using them so much that I broke the ankle weights the other day. So I think it's going well. I think if I gain the weight, I'll be okay. I was at the grocery store with my mom the other day and we were wearing our masks and everything. Everything was fine. And we got to the checkout and she goes to pay. And she kind of like yells at the checker and she's like, thank you so much for being here for us. I was like, Mom, she just has a mask on. She's not deaf and doesn't speak English. Like everything is still the same. She can hear you. Why are you talking to her like she doesn't know what you're saying? And she doesn't want to be here for you. Don't you know that? She just wants to. Come on. It's crazy though, like, because every time you go in public, you have to like try even harder not to bump into people and not to touch people. And like, there's a lady at the store that like walks around with her arms like this so that nobody will touch her. And I never thought I would say this, like a little bit of a confession from me right now. I think I'm going to be a hugger when all of this is over. I've hated giving hugs my whole life, especially from people I don't really like care for. And now I'm going to hug everyone. No consent, nothing. As soon as this is over, I'm hugging everyone. And everybody that comes up to me and goes, I'm a hugger, I'm going to be like, no, you're not. I'm a hugger. So, this is very funny. Like I even miss the touch of the ladies at the nail salon. Like my nails look awful right now, but I can't say like they've looked the worst that they've ever looked. And so I've been trying to like, I don't know, do things for like mind, body, and soul to take my mind off of my nails. But I've realized like in my practice of trying to do yoga or trying to do self-care, all I'm really doing is trying to make myself more flexible for when I actually have to give myself a pedicure. Because right now I just like, I can't really reach my toes the way I'd like to, you know what I mean? So it's very funny. I've been getting a lot of like, I'm sure everybody has like the COVID-19 emails from the corporations where they're like, we're thinking about you during this hard time and we're here for you. And then like a couple weeks went by and the emails kind of trickled off. And then last week, I think they popped up again and I started like this other wave and they're like, we're still monitoring the situation so closely. And I'm like, yeah, there isn't anything else to do but monitor the situation as closely as possible. Like we don't need another email from like the Cosmopolitan in Vegas letting us know that they're monitoring the situation. Why don't you just say we're losing money faster than we can count and we're scared? That's what the email should say. We're terrified. And then the like all the other corporations that have found ways to sort of like figure out how to still give people what they want from their brand is so funny. So like all the hotels have done this like so and so at home. So like you get an email from like the Wynn Hotel in Vegas, experience the Wynn from home. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not allowed to smoke inside in my apartment or I'll get evicted. So I don't know what exactly you want me to experience at home. Because if it's cheap hookers and Diplo in the club, like I can't get that at home. I don't know what to tell you. Like that's not gonna happen. And I was like, I started thinking about all that because I keep sending everything to junk email. And junk email like is so not useful the way that real junk mail was useful. Like when junk mail was a thing, like I would get a coupon book or whatever and I would use it to mop up spilled coffee or I would like write somebody's phone number on it or whatever. And now I get junk mail and I just press delete. Like that's not fun. Like I can't do anything with that. Like I don't know. All I do is like freak out and hope that I don't accidentally open it to see like the thing that promises to enlarge your penis in 30 seconds. Like that's the thing I'm terrified of with junk mail now. It's not just like a coupon. It's just so, it's crazy to me. I've been, like I said, I've been staying with my mom a lot. I'll kind of end on this one. I've been staying with my mom a lot and I was working in the kitchen one day and she was in the living room and all of a sudden she screamed and I was like, are you okay? And I look over and she goes, I'm fine. I just fell off the couch. I was like, how do you fall off the couch? And she's like, I don't know, it's fine. It's like, I thought there was a snake in the house, and the woman fell 6 inches, maybe 12, if we're lucky. I don't know. So I hate to say quarantine has freaked everybody out, whether you're sick or just falling off the couch. Thank you guys so much.
Maria, I've never related to anyone's set before. I'm just like, yeah, my nails look like shit. I am just craving for somebody's touch. I went to the grocery store and I'm just talking to, usually when they're like, hey, how's the weather? And you're like, shut up, crazy. They're like, let me shop. And you're just like, I'm sorry, I don't hear you. I'm talking to everybody. I'm just like, tell me about your stepson or whatever. I do, I'm able to get in there. Hey, ankle weights. Did they look when you just walking around with ankle weights by your in your neighborhood? I'm sure that the thing that the people are thinking is those are that lady needs to be on house arrest, right? A double house arrest. I think there's all right. You know what? I'm the fucking worst. How about I bring up another comedian? How about a comedian based out of Denver who wear a club regular at the world famous Comedy Works and the creator of beer themed live shows and a podcast as Rotating Tap. Okay, so remember that podcast, Rotating Tap. He has performed a dozen of festivals across the country before beginning to hide in his room constantly, and everyone loves his voice. Everyone, that's what people say. People say they love his voice. Maybe you guys will tune in. Give it up for Steve Vanderplug.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Steve Vanderplug. I'm doing stand-up comedy in a basement. That's where my life's at. Hell yeah. It's cool. I've been doing a lot of crowd work lately, a lot of good crowd work online. That's a fun thing that I've been enjoying. Also, very controversial move that I'm able to pull off in stand-up. I'm wearing shorts right now on stage. Think about that. That's nice. I've been enjoying quarantine a little bit. I'm scared of COVID. If you don't know what COVID is, it stands for Comedians on Video Identifiably Depressed. A lot of weird stuff going on. I think the South will rise again through all this, mainly in coronavirus cases. They'll rise up. Let them open shit up. So this, I don't know. It's weird doing stand-up in a room without a real audience. And I'll probably say that like 7 more times in my 6-minute set. So that's a fun thing. I've been watching a lot of TV and I've been watching a lot of Jeopardy. Jeopardy is amazing. But the thing is, if you know me, you know that I can't stand Pat Sajak. And I have had to deal with that motherfucker so much more. He's on so many commercials throughout the day that, okay, the thing is, this motherfucker has been hosting it so long. Pat Sajak, fucking garbage host. And I hope he's watching this on Twitch right now. I hate him so much. He has been hosting Will since 1981. That's the year that Ronald Reagan was shot, point blank range with an Uzi. And guess what? John Hinckley Jr. is out of jail and we're still incarcerated in the clutches of Pat fucking Sajak. What the fuck? He's just the worst and he hates his job. You know he hates his job. He's a member of the 1% giving away tens and thousands of dollars to people playing a game of Hangman. He's miserable. He hates it. And I've been following him on Twitter, which is a dumb thing. I'm real bored. And Pat Sajak likes to do this thing every Friday. He tweets TGIF, and everybody thinks it's so cute. And it's like, that motherfucker doesn't work a single Friday out of the 52 a year. Fuck Pat Sajak. I The cool thing about stand-up comedy in a basement is that I have a roommate upstairs who also can just hear me ranting about Pat Sajak, probably to myself, and that's what he thinks, and I'm fine with that. I do it all the time. I do it off video. I hate that guy very, very much. Let's see what else. Oh, I got called a mean comic on Facebook by another comic, which means that quarantine's almost over. I'm back to bullying. I had a comic in Denver calling me a bully, and so I beat them up and stole their PBR money. That was fun. Cool. Yeah. Good audience response, everybody. Thank you so much. The entire internet, just raging applause. I do miss comedy a lot. I never thought I would say it, but I really miss open mic comedy. I miss it so much. Give me 2 days and I'll hate it again, but my God, do I want it. And one of my favorite things to do is watch all the comics. These comics at open mics like do this thing where they ask the audience a question, and regardless of if or how the audience responds, they just go to their material. And it's like there's no response, just like on the internet where I'm just talking to myself. They do this live at open mics all the time. And so they'll say questions. So what I've been doing before all this happened was recording down questions I hear open micers ask the audience. And I'm going to ask them to you right now. I hope you can type in your responses. Feel free to respond, whatever. I don't know how the internet works. I'm pretty sure there's a bird either outside my window or in the computer somewhere. I don't understand. Here's the questions that I've heard open micers ask the audience. Type your answers. I baked some chicken the other day. You guys ever done that? You guys like games? Did you guys ever do ketamine before surgery?
Oh.
In Austin, Atlanta, Wisconsin, where are my cargo shorts fans at? Did you guys know how to get booze on an airplane? Anyone a dentist fan? Y'all had a good year? You ever heard of Big Dick Energy? You guys remember Big Dog's Clothes? You guys church people? You guys remember Tim Duncan? Nice, cool. You guys ever been to China before? Why does every pocket pussy have a clip? Where are my Lutherans at? Where are my bitches at? You guys like marginalized communities? Anybody vote for Trump? I suffer from depression. Anybody else? Who's ever seen an M&M's commercial? All right, you guys use those dating apps? Do you guys like horny teens? Who here has cousins? You guys know that building that looks like a cash register? Anyone had sex before? Any cooks tonight? You guys like movies? Where are my adoptees at? Type it in. I want to know. I can read the comments. Okay. Well, that was fun. Now, how am I doing on time? Okay, internet. Thank you. 1 minute. Yeah, so you guys, I've been writing a lot during coronavirus, as you can tell. And my favorite joke that I've written, when I was a kid, my grandmother would tell me, she went through the Great Depression. She was full of shit most of the time, but she did do that. And she would tell me, Steve, if you're bored, put your hands together and twiddle your thumb like this. You get sick of that, you can twiddle your thumbs the other way like this. And then she died of arthritis. Okay. Very tough joke. I'm going to get out of here. This has been surprisingly fun. Thank you so much for having me. Plug out. And follow me on Instagram at Slumdog Chillionaire. That's my new handle. So, Slumdog Chillionaire. Bye.
Steve Vanderplug, if you guys have been on Facebook, and I suspect you have, it's an awful place, except on Steve Vanderplug's stage. He will battle anyone, and they'll pop out of nowhere, and he'll still battle them. And it's my favorite page to watch. So I will be on there later, probably fighting Steve Vanderplug. Put me up first, Steve. Hey, how about another comedian? This comedian was based in Minneapolis who has nothing to plug since his life has completely halted. It's sad, but he's my favorite corn-fed boy. Give it up for Riley Crossgrove.
Thank you, Colton. Last time I saw Colton, I had a fever, and it wasn't because I slept with his boyfriend the night before. It really just was a natural fever that I had. That was so horrible, Colton, by the way. I haven't done any of these mics where you guys are just all talking. I feel like this is like a weird, like dating bride website. Like I feel like I'm in Asia trying to get to America. So my career is probably going to take off because I'm going to be on 90 Day Fiance. Which I don't know if you guys have been watching, but there's a guy named Big Ed, and he's trying to become an Instagram star, and he has no net. So that's all I'm really going to tell you, and you'll just have to go figure that out for yourselves. Also, Colton, peeing in bottles. Maybe it's because I'm from Iowa and I'm white trash, but that is something we learn in driver's ed. So I don't know why you're bragging.
Jugs.
Excuse me.
That's why.
My hygiene during this has actually been really good because I'm like a stickler for like my nails are always lesbian short. So I'm just like I'm always ready to finger or build something. This is probably more awkward than like the first time I had to have sex with a girl, which is required in Iowa. They made me. I don't know if you guys seen The Handmaid's Tale, but that was similar to my childhood. All right, 2 minutes in, feeling really great. And by the way, to the people watching, I know none of these people but Colton. So this is like, for people, I live in Minnesota now, and it's really hard to talk to people you don't know. I'm learning their culture. I don't know if people have been to Minnesota before, but it's super, super, super white. Like I'm from Iowa, and even I'm like, whoa, it's really white here. Everyone here is like only friends with people that they went to kindergarten with. It's really fucking weird. It's bizarre. I moved during this, so I have a new roommate, and I just critique her on her straightness and her whiteness, which has been fun. So good first month for us. We both grew up in the same rural area in Iowa, so we just like share childhood traumas back and forth. It's brought us together. This is the saddest set I've ever done. By the way, I'm using this light as like a ring light because I like want to be one of those drag queens. I don't know if there's like straight people on this, but a ring light is like what like gays, like people who don't have like dads in their life, when they're on Instagram taking selfies, they have ring lights, and it really just helps show off their body and problems. I actually have been watching a lot of Drag Race, and I think I could be an awesome drag queen and win that show, but my dad is like really against drag queens, so I have to like wait till he dies or something. But he went to Catholic school, so he probably is afraid of queens and dresses. So I understand. Love the energy back and forth between the audience and me tonight. It's palpable. I just want to bring up that if this quarantine wasn't going on, I guarantee you that like Carol I hate to do Tiger King because it's disgusting, but here I go. I guarantee you like Carol Baskin would be on Ellen right now, or there'd be like a carpool karaoke with one of the husbands. Maybe an Oprah docu-series. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go because that's all I have tonight. I'm ill prepared. Thank you, everybody.
Riley Cosgrove, you are in for a treat, Riley, because this next comedian, I know you know. He has an album, Shame Flashbacks. It's available everywhere. If you don't know, it's on a VHS and buy it. You can, it's $4.95. From Cleveland, Ohio, give it up for Dwayne Duke. You know Dwayne Duke, Riley, don't you? Come on out here, Riley.
Hello, Internet. I'm so happy to be here. It's so exciting to see you all. This is time for your morning, afternoon Zoom class. Yeah, let's do some Zumba. I can't with this. Too much energy. I was a comedian a month ago. Now I deliver groceries to white women. Being a house slave really wasn't that bad of a transition. I think my favorite thing about my day is disappointing rich women named Tiffany. It's so much fun because they get so sad when you can't deliver something organic. And I'm like, the world's on fire. You can have gluten. I've been listening to a lot of 90s music lately, which is just a really cute way to say that I've been day drinking. I don't mean to get political here, but Sporty Spice is the lead singer. And that's all there is to it. I will not be taking. God, I am 7 weeks clean of Grinder. Oh my God, you guys, rehab is it for you people with love in your lives. Grinder is this fantastic app where you can meet someone at a pre-designated time and place to shame your ancestors. I'll say this: you are not a failure if you raise stripper. That does not make you a failure as a parent. You are a failure as a parent if you raise a flat earther. I really, 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 really miss skipping the gym. Like that was my shit. I love just like packing my gym bag, taking my pre-workout, and then go sitting in a parking lot and cracking out for 45 minutes, thinking up of excuses as to why I couldn't go to the gym today. Like, oh, it's overcast, or oh, I'm a Virgo. Man, I've been doing Zoom shows. These are really fun, and I've been on Twitch and Discord. I've used more apps in the past month on my phone than any month in history up until this point. Like that didn't get me laid. I'm excited to date after this. I'm so excited to like go out there and meet people and just learn what they did in quarantine. Anyone who says that they hurt themselves, I will eat. I'm still pausing for laughter. That's amazing. I can't believe I miss cardio. Like I can't. I miss cardio so much. Like I miss just sitting on a stationary bike and going nowhere for 30 minutes while watching Divorce Court. Like I miss cardio. I miss going to my gym, Planet Fitness, because there was pizza day. I miss all the things about like working out, like that 35 minutes where you're like sort of lifting things but mostly texting other people and sending selfies. Like I miss the gym. I miss oh my God, I miss hanging out with my friends, and by that I mean I miss sitting at a table and texting people I would rather be with. I miss so many things. Like I miss traveling. I miss sitting in a car for 9 hours going nowhere. Colton peed in his first jug. Oh my God. Talk to me when you accidentally drink your pee jug because you're too lazy to look down. I miss traveling cross country. I was a comedian once upon a time, and I used to drive from city to town to Dell to Dell. I drove from Reno, Nevada to Cleveland, Ohio in 3 days. It was hell on earth because a snowstorm hit in the middle of the country, and they don't put lights there because there are no people. Um, I'm turning 32 this year, which is really fun. Didn't think I'd make it this far. Really, really bet on the Mayans to end this shit in 2012. I I am hoping that I can join the Jesus Club next year. You know what I mean? Like I hope for my 33rd I get nailed, and then 3 days later I wake up. Right? I want that out of life. That's all I really, really want. But I am so excited to I'm so excited for quarantine to be over. I'm from Ohio. We're going to be a guinea pig state. We've decided we're opening up on Friday because fuck it. Texas can't have all the fun. We are so the cities aren't going to kill people, but the country is. And that sucks. Out in the country, they're going to die because I don't want that land. I'm moving to Florida this year because winter lasted approximately 9 years this month, and I can't ever deal with snow again. The next time that there's little white flakes on my shoulders, it'll be because I slipped and the Coke went everywhere. I'm having such a good time. I'm really, really happy right now, which means that my new drink of choice combination is 2 glasses of rum. I've been drinking a lot of local IPAs because I'm on this kick about eating local and drinking local and just supporting the local economy. And honestly, I would kill for McDonald's right now. All I want is McDonald's and a Budweiser. That's all I want. Because if I have to walk in and talk to one more overly tattooed asshole who's just thanks for the good karma, bro, I'm going to kill all of us. All right, guys, I'm doing Dude from Cleveland. Thank you so much.
Duke. Hey, everybody. I have never drank a jug of piss, but once I was straight. Once upon a time, I used to dip tobacco in my lip and I promise you, straight. And one time I drank that, and that is Bear Grylls never drank a dip can. So is that impress you, Dwayne? I don't know. It certainly is not something I'm proud of. But now you guys know a little bit more about me. And how about another comedian? How about that? How about somebody who's serving very Florence and the Machine? Do you know what I'm saying? She knows what I'm saying. This person is an improviser and stand-up from Austin, Texas. Maybe you know her. Give it up for Catherine Hutchins.
Hey everybody, thank you Colton. Thank you for the Machine comparison. I've gotten that before. It really just means I have and that's fine. That's most of my personality is the fact that I have red hair, and it's not even real. I had to dye this myself 2 days ago because I usually have someone else do it, and I felt like a pioneer woman dyeing my own hair in my bathroom. It's great. These times are great. This is amazing. And like Colton said, I am an improviser. So doing comedy for essentially no one is something I'm used to. So this is feels familiar. This is good. I mean, it's not good. Everything is terrible, really, and not just the coronavirus.
the president, every day I wake up and something awful is making me angry, and I miss getting angry at really stupid stuff, which doesn't really happen anymore. When I'm getting angry at stuff that's like real, but I miss like driving around and searching for a Starbucks, and I search for one on my phone and it says that there's one nearby, and I get really excited, and I'm driving around and then I realize that it's a Starbucks that's inside a Target, and I get really upset because I don't want to go into Target to go to the Starbucks, because that's crazy. That's not what that Starbucks is there for. It's, it's for dads to wait at while his daughter tries on bras. But what do I'm not gonna go in and like pretend to shop and like, oh, there's a Starbucks here. Well, I'm here. I'm already here. So I'm not just gonna walk by. I'm gonna go in. No, I just I drive around until I find one with a drive-through. That's what I do. Let's see, how can I retool all these jokes to make sense in quarantine context? I'm spending a lot of time alone by myself, and I do live on a busy street, and even though like people aren't supposed to be out, there's still like a lot of foot traffic that's in front of my, like I can see from my front windows, and I'm in my living room a lot, and I kind of forget that like if I can see everybody outside, they can also see into where I am. And I wish I could explain to them that like, my hand is only down my pants because I'm touching my pussy. That's the only reason why it's there. And I'm not just going at it. It's just there. It's marinating. It's comfortable. I like it. It's not the heat. It's the humidity. It's what it is. I like. Oh God, what else? I've been fantasizing a lot about the mean pharmacist that works at the Walgreens down the street. Back when I could go and pick up prescriptions, I would go and he would say something passive aggressive, and I would just go weak at the knees, and I wanted to flirt with him, but I never knew how. So one time I asked my roommate, like, what do I do? How do I flirt with this sexy, mean pharmacist? And he was like, well, just go in and ask for help, like finding something, but like in a sexy way. So one day I got all gussied up, and I went in there and I shimmied up to the patient privacy line that they have on the floor. And I asked him, do you guys, I was just wondering, do you guys sell female condoms? Extra small? And he said, no, we don't sell those, ma'am. Because there's not a single store in America that sells female condoms. I don't know. I mean, they were included in every sex ed textbook that I ever got growing up as if they were real. But they're not real, as far as I can tell. They're just an urban legend. Like squirting. Not real. Not a real thing. No. I mean, listen, I'm accepting, I accept that something is happening, something's coming out. I've seen videos, but like, I'm not, people like to pretend like it's not pee. And I don't know what else it could be. But I have to give props to the first woman who got fucked so hard she pissed herself and just like played it off like, wow. Oh, cool. You look what you did. Look what you made happen. We wanted this to happen. This is good. I'm happy about this. Yeah, no, yeah. It's nothing This has nothing to do with the Gatorade contest, Jesus Christ. Gatorade drinking contest that we had before engaging in intercourse. It was fun though, but yeah, no, unrelated. Yeah, so I mean I'm not on the apps, on the dating apps currently because like why, and I have a boyfriend, but like when I was on it, when I was on the apps, I had to take special care to explain my height situation. And normally if like people can see me, they can see that I am a tall, lithe, 5-footed, 10-inch woman. And it's, you know, I have to make that clear because, you know, you dudes love to lie about your height on the apps. And, you know, it's not, I don't want to like height shame, I guess. It's not a huge deal, but like just be honest. Because like there was one time I went on a date with this guy who listed his height as 5'11", and like that's fine. That's within the realms of a person I could date and not look silly. And I show up to the bar early, and I see him walk in, and from a distance everything looks pretty good, but as he's getting closer to me, the perspective changes, and I, you know, it's sort of like I see what we're dealing with. And he came up to roughly boob height on me, which, you know, that has its advantages as well. So I stuck around, and I thought about mentioning the height thing to him and how he clearly lied, but I wanted to take the high road because I was the only one who could reach it. So, you know, fine. He walked me to my car, goes in for the goodbye hug, and I don't know if you've ever experienced hugging someone shorter than you, but it can be a little awkward. So I just sort of like built his head to my bosom and just started whispering, shh, 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 mama's gotcha. And next question again. You guys, that's all from me. Thank you so much. It's been real fun.
Catherine Hutchins, welcome to Isolation Comedy. If you didn't know anything about squirting, I think you should know a little bit more now. I certainly forgot about squirting. I that's not something we and the gay I don't want to speak on any swath comment, but I will say that female condoms, I think the gays are using them. I don't know, but if you need a female condom, visit a gay store because I hear they're in stock. I hear that. If you guys are just joining us, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you much for having us in your house. We have three more comedians, one and then two more. That's three. And then we're out. We do this every Tuesday, every Friday. And if you could subscribe right here, that'd be so helpful. Even if you never want to come back, you're like, I already saw my daughter. I still didn't figure out what Venmo is, but just hit that button right there, and then it'll tell you what to do, mama. Hey, this next comedian, Big Little Comedy Fest, and two-time finalist in Funniest South Person. No. Two-time funniest in South Texas finalist. That's different. This next person, give it up for Tan Beer. Over.
हेलो नमस्कार कैसे हो आप सब चलो थोड़ी बहुत कॉमेडी ओह different Zoom show. Sorry, give me a second. English, right? Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? This is great. This is awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I don't know if there are people watching me, if there is an audience. And last I was told that this is a bringer show. So I got my own audience right here. This is how I've been performing in quarantine. Yeah, the last one I stole it from Carol Baskin. Yes, I did. But that's my audience, and they're just like my regular audience. They don't laugh, they don't do anything. So it's great. It's amazing. But before I get started, I would like to give you guys an update. Recently, well, not that recently, but a few months back, me and my wife, we closed on a house. We bought a house, so that was great. But one of the major things that my wife wanted, one of the things that was on her list that she definitely wanted was a gas stove in the kitchen instead of an electric one. So we finally got that. We got the house with the gas stove. And my wife's really sweet, you know. She wakes up early in the morning, makes breakfast for me, and then she goes to work. And then I wake up and I have breakfast ready, which is great. But last week, I woke up with the smell of gas in the house. And I freaked out. I checked the stove top, it was on. So I sent her a text. I'm like, did you leave it on by any chance? And she's like, oh, I might have forgotten. All right, honest mistake, right? Today, same thing happened again. And I know what it seems like, right? She is trying to kill me, guys. This is not a joke. This is just for Comedy Wham to keep this digital copy of my confession as a proof that if something happens to me, you guys are responsible to use this, give it to the FBI, whoever, and make sure she's arrested. Oh, I got my army. I muted it. Sorry. All right. Quarantine's been going great, as you can see. I've been losing it, definitely. I've been watching a lot of reality TV shows, especially cooking shows, competition ones. And anytime there's an Indian contestant on the show, I automatically just root for that person. I just do, you know, but only till the final round. I then root for the other person. I don't want the Indian person to win. I don't want another Indian to make it, you know, it's enough. Priyanka Chopra, Hassan Minhaj, there's so many, no, enough. I should be the next one. Oh, the queue was late. Damn it. All right, okay, a serious joke now. A serious joke right now. You know, when the whole pandemic thing happened and everyone started working from home, my company did not allow me to work from home for like 2 weeks. So we had to go into work. And I was really, really scared. I was like, I don't know if something's going to happen, right? So I just started ranting on Facebook and all other social media. And I even made a joke about it. The joke was, I was like, maybe in a couple of weeks, my nephew in India, he would ask my brother, why haven't we FaceTimed with uncle in quite some time? And my brother would say, because he died. And my nephew would be like, how did he die? And my brother would say, because he did not get to work from home. See, people found it funny. A lot of people on the internet found it funny. You know who did not find that funny? My dad. Yeah. He actually read my post. He gives me a call and he says, he's very formal with me, by the way. He says, regarding your Facebook posts, it's not funny. And birth and death are not in your hands. It's not in the hands of your manager. It's in the hands of God. And if God wants you to die, you will die. And I was like, why did not I block him on my Facebook? What took me so long? And also, why do I have Facebook, by the way? But I got to work from home, and I've been living the quarantine life, which was great for the first week or two. But then I just started getting really frustrated. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys felt that, right? You get depressed, you get frustrated. In fact, one day I got so frustrated, and I just snapped at Alexa. Yeah, I just went, Alexa, fuck you. And then I felt really bad. And so I went to Alexa and I apologized later. But she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember. I don't remember. And I was like, you don't remember? That's weird because you're a woman. All right. No, but recently, my company actually, so since Texas is opening, my company, they sent out an email saying, you guys are wanted back. So we are going to start working probably from next Monday. And I am scared. I am really, really scared. So I went back to Alexa and I was like, Alexa, between you and me, am I going to die? And Alexa said, birth and death are not in your hands. It's not in the hands of your manager. It's in the hands of God. And if God wants you to die, you will die. I don't know about you. People are finding that funny, man. All right. Oh, come on. That is enough. No, that's a lot. It wasn't that funny, guys. Send help. Please do. And please follow me on Instagram at Tanveer. That's TANVEERARORA. If you still didn't get it, here's it. Tango Alpha Nancy, Victor Elephant Elephant Robert, Apple Robert, Orange Robert Alpha. That's right, I think. Follow me, and thank you so much for having me. See ya.
Hey, that was Tanveer, reminding you that he believes in women's rights as much as God. That's fun. Hey, how about another comedian? This next go-up is the co-host of All Regrets Podcast, a podcast about regret at All Regrets Pod, wherever you can find it. And you can find her here right now. Give it up for Sam Noorani.
Hey, happy quarantine. I hope all of your baking endeavors were worth the dozens of eggs you wasted and probably reevaluating your life partner. So I'm sorry or congratulations. Huh? Trying to be positive. I don't have a job. I've been trapped in isolation for like 6 weeks. So I've been thinking a lot. Like all those people that obsessively wash their hands right before this COVID-19 thing happened. That's a lot of fucked up stuff, right? No? Okay, just me. Cool. I feel like I'm at an open mic all over again, except I can see myself instead of hearing my voice, and that's a different terrifying situation. So here we are. I have been thinking a lot. Hershey's chocolate, is that a sexist term? Hershey's, because all bitches love chocolate. Why not he hims? But maybe not cream filled he hims. No, it's like salted caramel without the caramel. Gross. But I feel like any Hershey's with nuts, that's pretty progressive, right? That's like the most gender fluid chocolate. Maybe not he hims with nuts, because I don't want bits of testicle all in my chocolate. So I'm slowly going crazy. How are you guys? How's the family? You gonna clean out that closet over the weekend? I don't think you are. Just trying out some crowd work. Just because I'm isolated doesn't mean I have to be lazy. Just like those memes told me. You know, you can't handle me at my most isolated, and you don't deserve me without COVID or whatever. I don't know. Is that relevant still? I don't know people anymore. All right. I've been drinking a lot. I've been mildly drunk for 6 weeks now. And I really want to get vodka drunk. I cannot get vodka drunk because I live with my loved ones. And when I get vodka drunk, Crazy Sam shows up and she's fucking insane. And also, I already paid rent for May, so I got nowhere to go. I'm trapped here. So yeah, I did get vodka drunk a couple of months ago before the whole world shut down. That was fun. I was in Phoenix and I met up with one of my buddies. We went to brunch at 11. We started drinking at 11 and kept drinking until 2 a.m. We The first 4 hours were pretty chill. It was mimosas and food. It was pretty we were easing into it. And then the rest of the night was vodka Red Bulls because it's 2007 somewhere, right? That was good. Um, Apparently, I got so drunk that I texted a couple of my buddies to come hang out and go dancing with us. Did not realize we went dancing. Apparently, we went dancing in two places, actually. They showed up. I'm watching a drag show, and then I see them, and I'm like, oh my God, how did you know we were here? I'm stupid. And then I had to go to the bathroom. My buddy's friend took me to the bathroom because when I used to live in Phoenix, I had this cute quirk I would do when I drank. I would take naps in bathrooms and, without my shoes or my phone later, which is cool too. So they came with me to the bathroom, and drunk vodka Sam was already here because as soon as I got into the bathroom, I heard a bottle smash, and I just thought, oh, that sounds like fun. And that was scary. I looked around and there were like a couple people in the bathroom. I saw this lady. She had 2 beer bottles full. So I asked her for one and she just hands it to me and I'm like, cool. And I smash it. And then I laugh like a crazy person. In the back of my head, I'm like, oh no, where is this gonna go? Fuck. I was also waiting for the lady to be pissed off at me. I just busted one of her drinks. She just looks at me. She's like, girl, you crazy. Give me your own number. And I'm like, damn. Well, sorry. I'm on a sausage roll diet right now. But if I'm back on the Egg McMuffin trade, I'll give you a call. But also, you're in Arizona. I live in Texas. I don't think a long distance relationship's ever going to work out. We'll grow up and grow apart. So it's just heartbreak waiting to happen. But after that, my friend took me back out to the other people to babysit me. And then we eventually hit the dance floor. And I ran into that lady again from the bathroom and I just danced toward her and she's like, crazy girl. And I'm like, bathroom lesbian. And it was nice. And then I blacked out and yelled at my It was fun. I got like a minute left, I think. Yeah. All right, cool. So here's an oldie but goodie. I'm a really big fan of history. Anybody else? I'm not changing the joke. Yeah? All right, you back there. Confirm or deny if this is accurate. The Trojan horse story. There's an audience member over there's my cat. The Trojan horse story. Everybody knows that, right? In the middle of the night. Oh, sorry, I've been drinking. The Trojan horse story. A bunch of guys from Troy. Oh, fuck me. The horse goes into the city of Troy. It's a wooden horse. In the middle of the night, a bunch of guys pop out and then ruin everybody's life. My question is, why do we have condoms called Trojan? Pause for laughter. Okay. Right? I don't trust him. I think in the middle of the night, a bunch of guys are going to come by and ruin my life. I'm Sam, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Sam Narani, co-host of All Regrets podcast. I like history, and I've been treating this quarantine like Stalin treated when Germany invaded Russia. Remember that? Do you like history? I thought you said you liked history. He got fucking vodka drunk. He got blackout drunk for about a full week and then was like, all right, how about we start doing this? It's pretty funny if you know history. Hey, how about our final comedian? This next comedian started out with a background that said it's daylight outside, and then it slowly got fucking weird creepy. You'll know exactly what I mean because this guy is another co-host of All Regrets podcast. And a new episode every Tuesday and Thursday. That's the day. And it's available wherever you find podcasts. Now, here's your favorite financial advisor. He told me to read this. Here you go to give you the best stimulus yet. Not my joke. Omar Gonzalez, MACC. Not my joke. Give it up.
Thank you, Colton, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you to Comedy Wham and you, the audience, for being here and supporting comedy like this. We truly appreciate it. My name is Omar Gonzalez, MACC, Masters of Accountancy, and I'm taking time off from setting up my OnlyFans page for me to spend it here with you. I did try to do a Patreon, but Patreon was just not having it. Those prudes were not comfortable with my art. So I decided to go for that Patreon for porn people instead with the good folks of OnlyFans. Although I really didn't have like a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time to really set up that page because despite what you see under this all this fat, I'm totally jacked. I need to monetize these assets right here as quickly as possible because they're just depreciating fast. Yeah, like this beat up pickup truck body of mine has been running on its last legs. And in a couple of years, as soon as I sell it off, I know for a fact that I'm just going to get salvage value at best. And that's not going to be cool with me. Although I was thinking, man, like when I was doing like my research on research, I found out that like that OnlyFans.com thing shot up at the same time as like Zoom did. Like nobody knew about it before this whole pandemic thing started. But like, if you really think about it, like OnlyFans is kind of like Zoom for the poo. You know what I mean? Like, and the rise of accounts kind of like makes sense because like all those strip clubs are now closed. If you really think about it, it's like Yellow Rose closed, Landing Strip closed. That the the P10 Club right now is just like a P0 parking lot. Like it's just totally sad. And I was just thinking, like us as like an American people, like we should like be supporting these ladies that just lost their job, man, dude, by going to their OnlyFans pages because we all know a lot of them are minority owned. They're like some of them are single mothers, and of course they're all small businesses. And you know they're small businesses because you know for a fact they did not get a payroll protection loan because Shake Shack decided not to shake their shit. So that's just how that is and everything. But hell, I was even like on these pages and I found like some OnlyFans pages that were advertising organic, vegan, locally grown content. I even gone so as far as I found a page that was saying they even had a gentrified vagina. It looked like East Austin. And like East Austin, brothers used to be able to move there, but they just can't be there anymore, which is totally sad. Gentrification is a horrible thing, people. It kind of is. But I digress. Many people ask me tax questions, and I am here to answer the most common and the most important question that I hear like all the time. Hey, OG Mac, do I have to pay back that stimulus check? And I'm here to tell you no, because that stimulus check is an advance on your 2020 tax credit paid for by President Trump with hopes that you forget about this whole COVID-19 bullshit by the time the election rolls around. I mean, it's like basically it's a check it's like a mistress check without even having to do anything. You're basically Stormy Daniels, and with that, and of course, you're basically Stormy Daniels, but then really just get rid of that dress. It looks too tacky on you, anyways. Look, especially now, considering the fact that all you've been doing is Netflixing Tiger King and Too Hot to Handle while eating goobers out of a jar, which I get. I like to eat trash food while I'm watching trash TV. It's important to me. I appreciate that. But not to mention though, like everybody now has like more important problems to figure out than what's gonna happen later. Like I keep having this issue where I keep confusing my allergies with corona. Like every time like I know there's allergies. I keep thinking I have corona, and it's especially weird. Like every time I sneeze, I'm just like, oh my god, is that corona? Like, damn, I only wash my hands for like 13 seconds. That's it. Is that enough time? Tell me, is that enough time? Is it like this virus kind of like has have amazing grip, just staying onto my hangnail for the longest time? It's like Cliffhanger and Sylvester Stallone, just like, I won't die. Good thing, man. Although, really, CDC, like, make your recommendations like more reasonable. You know what I mean? Like 20 seconds of hand washing. Like, how do you expect me to wash my hands longer than I shower? Come on, just like know your audience here, people. Just saying. But I also look at like other symptoms that I do have with the and I kind of like get kind of confused sometimes, man. Like sometimes my nose gets really stuffy, and I'm like going to like old remedies that I used to have. So I'll just like eat some like Korean double spicy noodles, and I'm just like that'll totally burn my sinuses up. But I have to be careful with that too, because that also can kill your taste of smell and kill your smell and taste. So that's also a symptom. So I have to be very cautious about that. Although this last symptom, man, it's kind of a trip too, where it's like I go to the bathroom and it burns while I pee, and I just be like peeing. I'm like, corona, which is actually kind of technically true. Guys, bit of advice: don't date a stripper named Lucky and then have sex in the abandoned shed while you're drunk. That's not what you should do. I highly regret that. If there was only a podcast in which people can go out there and talk about regrets, that's available on iTunes and Spotify. I should go ahead and join that right now. Maybe I might learn a lesson. Guys, thank you very much. I'm Omar Gonzalez. Mac. Be safe. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Omar Gonzalez coming to you live outside of his car, outside of a strip club. It's not opening, not for another 2 months. Boom, Omar. You guys, we do this every Tuesday and every Friday. This Friday, we got a special show. Leanne Morgan, Solomon Giorgio, Andy Owasio, Andy Forrester, Jared Goldstein. I mean, if you don't know who those people are, just trust me. Just trust me, okay? You're going to want to be here on Friday. And if you haven't done anything yet, leave while you subscribe. Say goodbye in the chat. Share with your friends. And if you're watching this unrecorded, you know what? You still can donate. So that my Venmo is not important. What is important is that you guys be safe, okay? You guys, we'll see you on Friday. Okay, how about that? Okay, how about that? Okay, bye.